Good day traders, Gakuna trading course. This is a part 2 of how to use the screener. Traders complained the audio for the first one was not audible enough. Now we have a couple of things that has happened in the market today. Today I was very active. Anytime I am very active on screen, I tend to be 100% very successful. Now I would advise you all to stop trading from your phone. Always look at your desktop, your computer, okay, where you know you can walk that market through without stress. Now let's put on our indicator. First we'll refresh because the indicator has stayed too active. The screener has stayed too active today. We need to refresh it and bring it back on live. All right, the screener is there now. Now good. Let's start with Euro USD. Now Euro USD they showed. Well, let's go to the daily. It resets. When you go to the daily, it will show the actual thing. It will reset and show the actual thing. Now it showed here FRD. Okay, now we go down back to our time frame. Yes, it closed as a signal day, but then when we look at the market, we have rules that guides the signal day. Okay, what do we see? Okay, what do we want to see that will give us an idea, okay, of a sell high setup, okay, if they would continue in that context? Now look at this chart. The moving averages, how are the moving averages? How is the opening range formed? This now boils down to you having the rule book. We have our rule book here. Okay, the rule book gives us a upper hand in executing these setups. First of all, I look at this market and I ask myself a question. Where is the opening range? High and low. This is the opening range low, this is the opening range high. Okay, in the London session, where is Asia high? Where is Asia low? In the London session, are we breaking back inside of Asia? That is my selling opportunity. In the US session, did we take out Asia and engulf below Asia, making lower lows? No lower lows were made. Okay, so I had a sell high setup, sell high of day, high of session setup in London. In the US session, what happened? We had a buy low setup. Market is still in balance, not making lower lows and having consecutive bearish engulfment, closing on their lows. Here comes my buy setup. Okay, we are buying the market. I bought the market target, going back to the opening range high. Remember, in the rule book, our balance guideline states if the market fails at the opening range low, it will investigate the opposite extreme of the balance. The opposite extreme is Monday's high. The next pair, GBP/JPY, Euro JPY. Sorry, Euro JPY is showing two information. It's showing an FGD and a 3-day setup and a close in breakout. First of all, why is it saying a close in breakout? The market closed above yesterday's daily level. So yesterday's high, we closed above yesterday's high, so it's a close in breakout, and it's an FGD. What do we want to see that makes up an FGD? We need a low of week to be locked in, and we need a market that will close above the previous close. It's an FGD. That is why if you are a member of my WOP and in the membership, I sent a message which would appear on your email. By the way, click the link in description, join the WOP channel. You'll be emailed setups like this. You will get them from your emails, you will get them in Discord. So we have a higher high, okay, been made already for a dump, coil and pump, which gave me the signal to continue buying the JPYs. For those of you who got that message. But why do we see a 3-day setup? Those of you who haven't mastered the day count, you have to start mastering your. If you are new on this video, master the day count. Day 1, day 2 breaks out. What happens? It can only be day 3 if we break out of the high of Tuesday. Day 3 is a 3-day setup, a build up, a market in breakout. Market is breaking out. Day 1, low of week. A low of week starts the count. A failed breakout at the low of week starts our count. We have a low of week that holds. Remember, Monday, Tuesday typically sets the initial high and low of the week. One of these extremes would tend to hold. Which extreme held? That extreme that held is day 1. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Market is making higher highs. If this market closes above previous day's high, the indicator will show again CIB, that is a close in breakout. CIB. So the screener works. When it opens the next day, it will show us if we have a closing breakout. Now this is where traders get it all wrong. Now this market should be your best friend. When you see a 3-day setup like this, you mark it up and it should be your best friend for tomorrow. Okay, they may continue expanding the range for 3 days of longs. If they break out of today's high, by tomorrow we have 3 days of longs triggered into the market. That market is in breakout. It will bring up on your screener on that 3-day BO. You will see 3 days of breakouts would appear on your screen. This FGD will disappear. The FGD appeared here because yesterday closed as a signal day FGD for us to come today and trade a buy low setup if it presents itself. Now the next pair, CAD JPY. CAD JPY is doing the same thing. Okay, day 1, day 2, day 3. This is our signal FGD. We had a buy low of day low of session setup, low of session Asia, low of London buy setup. Okay, and currently we have broken out of previous day's high. So day 1 low of week, day 2, day 3 a 3-day setup. That is why you have a 3-day setup. The closing breakout comes from yesterday's closing breakout. Okay, it comes from what? Yesterday's closing breakout. If they close again above yesterday's high, it will show a closing breakout again in your screener. So these markets are markets in process. This is a market you should start watching, okay, to give you a high probability setup. Aussie USD. Aussie USD is an FGD. Now yesterday, while teaching traders, we went long. I went long. This long took me all the way to investigate Monday's high. But knowing how the market works on an FGD and understanding the rules and guidelines of the FGD, higher highs must be made for a dump and pump. How is price behaving in London? London gave us a reversal trade back to Asia low. I took the reversal. Check my community post, you will see that reversal. That market pulled back to test the average price, to test Asia low for a buy low of the low of session setup that presented itself here. If you go to the community, you will see where I bought around here for a buy low setup back to where the higher high started from. So when you have the rule book, you are patient enough, you can trade in both directions. You can scalp a sell and you can still take a buy low setup. But remember, on an Asian pair, we want to position in Asia for a buy low setup. Higher high will be made, London will pull back. 80% of the time, London will pull back. Then US session presents us a buy low setup back to the opposite direction. Aussie CAD, the same thing. Check my community posts. The same thing, the same setup. higher highs must be made for a dump and a pump. But I took the reversal in London and I still took the buy setup in the US session because I understand, okay, the way market should form, the way the market should position itself on an FGD. So the FGD signal you see here is a close from yesterday that gave us a buy low setup, low of the low of session setup that presented itself. The market went test Asia level and gave us a pin hammer engulfment in gap time. US session continues that move. It continues momentum buy setup back to the opposite direction. Okay, we go to the next pair, New Zealand CAD. The same thing. Okay, the same setup, nothing changed. Market is making higher highs. Let me show you guys. Connect my device. Now, if you look at this chart, where do you see me buying from? Look at that market again. Put on the phone. Now can you see this is an FGD? Where did I buy from? Can you see that buy point? Higher highs, pull back, took out Asia low. Where is US session? US session opens up. What do we have? Our buying opportunity back to the opposite side. A buy low of the low of session setup and break even. NZD USD, the same thing. Higher high being made. FGD signal from yesterday. We need a higher high, pull back for a buy low setup, which will go back to clear out traders who bought from the previous day. Okay, so you have seen for yourselves, you have seen how powerful these setups can be from the screener. Okay, now very important, gold. I gave an instruction today to buy gold. Now traders always say, Gakuna, you don't trade gold. Well, I trade gold, but the criteria must be met for trading gold. Look at gold. According to the rules of a breakout reversal opportunity, when the market gets to the H4, how does price behave at the H4? We must go below the H4 for a perfect FRD. I don't care what anybody else out there say. I don't even care what Stacey himself say. I've graduated from Stacey. Okay, now we have a higher high. What did I say in the playbook? Let's take a look at my playbook. Let's look at failed signal. This is a failed signal. Market gave a signal day, but we are making higher highs above the moving average after getting to the H4. This is a failed signal. This also is a failed signal. If you don't have the playbook, do well to get that playbook. Market is staying above the EMAs, making higher highs. Look at gold. Why did I buy gold? Isn't it obvious? So it is, everything is repeat itself. They will repeat themselves over and over again. So we have a failed signal making higher highs above the moving averages. are making what? Higher lows. That is why I bought gold. Pin hammer, engulfment. Market is going. Congratulations to those who believed in me. Like I said, anytime I spend 100% time on the chart, I am 100% correct. If I spend 100% time on the chart morning till night looking at my computer, there's no way I can have a losing trade. I don't lose unless I am busy, I'm out, and I'm using my phone. Then I can make a lot of mistakes. Yes, that is where you see me make mistakes and take trades that I can hit stop loss. But when I'm live and active on my chart, I don't hit stop loss easily. Rather, micro balance helps me to exit that trade immediately. Yes. So now you've seen how the screener works. You have a signal day. The signal day can fail if the rules from my rule book does not align. And micro balance. When I talk about micro balance, Kobe is doing very well with micro balance. A lot of traders I've mentored with micro balance. The earlier mentees, I didn't teach them micro balance, but the recent mentees, I'm teaching them micro balance. But all the same pattern, the same setups, nothing has changed. The rule book still there, but micro balance comes with something different in a package, which makes you a super trader. Okay, let's look at which should I pair? JPYs are the same thing. GBP card. Let's take a look at GBP card. GBP card. Yes, GBP Canadian dollar. Now, if you look at this trade, okay, you see me writing there rule 2. You can see it says 3-day longs, 3-day setup. Yes, it's a 3-day setup and it's a 3 days of longs. Look at it. The screener is showing you the moment they broke out of that high. What do you see? I gave a signal to buy today. What do you see? 3 days of longs, because day 3 high, a 3-day setup has been breached. Let us count together. Day 1 low of week, day 2 breaks out, day 3 3-day setup triggered. We have taken out the high of Tuesday. What do we have? 3-day longs. 3 days of longs triggered into the market. All markets are hitting take profit levels already. Good, very good. Let's take a look at I'll post in the community a setup on GEP card, so you guys can see how that market build up. Okay, but the markets go with you all. Micro balance is active. Do all to join and get this knowledge for yourself. Higher highs on the inside, lower lows on the inside. Yes, but micro balance reigns supreme over chasing higher highs and lower lows without having a precise direction of where you want the market to go to. But the markets go with you all. I hope this lesson has given you value with all the examples I've shown. The rule book, the playbook, the micro balance course comes together in a package. Link is in description. The indicator is the most important. You don't even need the playbook and all of that. You need the indicator because you don't need to stress yourself looking for setups. You just come to the screener. Okay, what do we have today? Good, we have FGD. Open your rule book, open micro balance, put them on your screen. Okay, what is the market doing today on the USD Swiss franc? You saw my USD Swiss franc trade today in London. What is the market doing in London? False break reversal in London. I'm out. Take profit. I'm out. Market come, the US session reverses. Okay, reverses back to take out traders who bought from Asia and who bought from London, which I was there. Okay, check my community post. You will see this. Inside day is a signal day. The screener is showing you USD Swiss franc is an inside day. Buy low setup, 3-day setup too. Buy low setup, sell high opportunity again. Okay, trading range, we are in balance. the market is in balance. In the mentorship, we offer balanced concept trading, micro balance trading, rulebook trading, 3-day setup, reversal trading, and continuation pattern training. Okay, how to use the screener. These are videos I will be posting on YouTube almost every day. Do well to like and share. Thank you for watching, all of you guys, all 100 of you, 300 of you, 200 of you. I appreciate all of you for following, for learning, for watching Gakuna, for riding with me right from when I started 2 years ago with the market. Keep going with you, 1% better every single day. The screener will be discounted. Traders, do well to get the screener. When you click the link, you will see it for $50. If you don't have it, get it, attach it to your system, and make good use of it. May the markets go with you. Thank you. See you guys on the next one.